Hey everyone, I'm back again working on the steering column problem on this car. In a quick short, I had showed how to disable it so that it doesn't lift and change position on you. And the reason I did that was not that you would ever want to disable that, but because mine kept getting stuck all the way up and then the motor wouldn't work and it wouldn't go back down. Then once in a while it would work. So once I got it in the position I wanted, I just kind of froze it there. But that's not ideal. So I got this used one. I think what I need is just this motor. Like there's two motors, they're identical, and I'll put the part number online. The one I think I need is right here, where this one was also cracked and broken, but it kind of, you can tell that's the part that deals with the tilt of the wheel, where this other one does the telescoping of the wheel. I really don't want to replace this whole thing, and I don't want to try to combine parts too much. I hope that I don't have to take too much apart here and I can just come underneath. First I'm going to remove this little cover here and hopefully gain access to this airbag that I want to remove. Just taking time to remove these little pieces of plastic here. There's one back there and one right here. So I skipped over the part where I disconnected the battery in the trunk. Just assume you always do that when you're handling anything with the airbag. So I'd already done that and didn't show it. I'm gonna be removing this little airbag module right now.
Take a minute, catch your breath. Take a minute, pass your test.
I gotta do some research on how to disconnect that. Now, thanks to auto repair guys, I saw the process for removing this connector here. Sorry, there's not enough slack to really get a better view for you. Basically, you get your fingernails under there and you try to lift it. Of course, it's not working for me, but there we go. Okay. And it came off. What a design. Is that enough access to get out the motor I need to change? One motor here, one motor here. This is the one I believe I need to change. I'm gonna switch gears a little bit and see how far I can get in taking this off and if I run into any major roadblocks. Because if I can take this off easy enough, most likely I can wiggle it up there and solve my problem. Gotta make sure that's visible to me on the underside. So, gonna start with those. T40. Oh, nice. That could be great news if that just slides off. Whoa. Wow, I really hope it's that simple. Oops. These just kind of come out of here. So this here, it's a square shape.
Triangle.
That's right, a square hole.
On both ends, and that slots right into there, and then this, a square shape on it as well. But heck, that was too easy, I feel. So I'm just gonna remove the other one, pull it out, sit it here, compare them, and then maybe just swap this whole module rather than trying to disconnect one motor from it. In doing some research, I think I found that these are the exact same motors that are used in the seat adjustments, but don't quote me on that. So the tab was on the other side, so I had to reach up behind with my fingernail and pry it. This purple one here. And it came out with the two screws in it, so I'm just gonna transfer them over to the other one. Looks like it's also bent the way the other one seemed to be wrong, but apparently that's the way it's supposed to be. since it was probably really impossible to see what I was doing, basically as I slid the whole thing in, I needed another hand, which doesn't bend that way. But I still had to get it up in there to try to feed that square tip into the end of those bolts, one on each side. And thankfully it didn't fight back too hard once I had it aligned. I wish I could have got a better camera angle on that, but I just don't see any good way to do that. I'm gonna reconnect the battery. I know it's gonna freak out about the airbag being disconnected. Hopefully, once I restore the software, the steering wheel will work. So I'm connecting here with my ENAC cable. I should have this memorized by now. BDC, expert mode, ELSV verbot. And I have it on niched octave, and I'm gonna make it octave. That's my best German. Okay. Yes. I think it's working. It's like smooth. Oh no, it's doing it again. Oh, so it wasn't the motor. So it's gotta be the steering control module. Darn. So it goes up, doesn't go down. Well, now we know. I'll put my old motors back in because, well, I don't want to put in some unknown thing when that wasn't the problem. Bummer. Oh well. And I think I can conclude that it's not this little switch here because the tilt should return to its original position when you get back in, regardless of whether you're touching that thing, and that's where it gets stuck. So I'm going to roll out that switch, loosen out the motors, and I don't think there's really anything else except for the control module, which is a couple $100, so maybe one I don't change. All right, so here I am a week later. After doing some research, I found the part I needed to order. It was the steering control module. It's part number 3230-8842-043. That's the current model. The one in my car is a slightly different model number, but this is what replaced it. According to the service bulletin that I found, you're supposed to replace this, but it doesn't actually tell you where it is. So I'm going to show you a close-up of where it is. It's next to the steering column, and thankfully it's pretty easy to get to. So I'm going to show you where that is, and I'm going to pop this in, and hopefully that fixes my problem. So when I get my hands up there, I'm just going to pull this little piece away right here, and then it slides down. And it comes out. All right, I know that wasn't very good, but basically, so as I put my finger up there, I kind of pushed it away from here, and then it slides out. It's not hard, you can do it. For some reason, the new one is black. All right, let's see if we fixed it this time. Nice and smooth. Okay, I did this last time though, and then broke my heart. So, up, down. Sweet. Huh, didn't lift back up when I got it. Seems to be working. I'm gonna close the door, so let me move the camera. I would have been very happy if the car would just do that. Maybe when I lock the doors? Huh. That's what I wanted all along, was it to not lift up when I would get out. Maybe there was a software update. Is there a setting in here now? Fold mirrors in when locked. Okay. Don't like that feature. Well, I like the feature. I don't like it on. Drive, park, turn the car off. Look at that. It's not lifting back up, which I am just fine with, but it still works. I wonder if the new module has like a different default. Either way, I feel like we call this one solved and not look back. Thanks for watching. Since I've been watching lots of I Do Cars lately, I feel like I need to break this thing open to let you guys see what it looks like inside. I'm not seeing any obvious like weak points or bad solder joints here. Reaches the limit of my technical ability. Sometimes you'll open these up and you'll find a relay inside that just has like a loose solder joint, and that's all that makes it intermittent. But this one is looking really healthy physically, dry, no moisture or anything, so it's got to just be software fault or maybe a chip that's just getting old and weak. So anyway, just being thorough. Thanks for watching. Hope this was helpful.